this situated properly here. I had a little difficulty in getting the live set up today, but here I am. So, time for some fun. All right, so I have been working on a watch display case lately, and I want to stain it. This is, hey Lawrence, thanks for joining, man. So this is from some old oak floorboards. This too. I did a little test piece, stained that last night, and well, still not dry. This is for my son, and he wants it pretty dark. So it's a dark walnut stain, and I think that is going to be dark enough. So I don't want to get the stain on the plexiglass because I don't know that that'll come out very easily. So let's see here. What in the world? Okay, there we go. Hey, Plywood. Thanks for joining us, man. Can you hear me this time? Did I get the microphone working properly? All right, so let me get some tape, and let me get some tape that's opened. There we go. I'll just throw that over here for now. Set that down here. Goes in there. And I'm going to try to tape off the plexiglass as best I can. I was thinking after I put the plexiglass in and glued up this lid that really I should have stained the wood before gluing in the plexiglass. And I'm gonna have that end a little before the edge. And on this side too, because I want to be able to stain the inside edge of the wood frame. Come on. So I'm thinking to put this 1-inch tape down first to get close to the edges. Then I'll probably use the 2-inch or whatever that is to fill in the middle. Oh, helps if I go the right direction on the tape. Maybe. Oh, you can hear me. Hey, Billy. Thanks for being here. And yeah, thanks for joining me, guys. And how is everyone doing today? Having a good day? I hope you're all having a good day. Hmm. All right. Getting close here. Just filling the gaps there with that little bit. All right. So that's all taped up. Oh, let's see here. Buddy, hey Billy, hey Lawrence. How's Melinda? Melinda's doing pretty well. Well, today she wasn't feeling that great, but I think she's feeling a bit better now. But every day it's every day is a little different, different challenge. So some days it's easy to get out of bed and get up and get moving and do stuff, and other times it's a little rougher. She was feeling a little nauseated today, so but yeah, I think overall she's doing all right. So and I'm going to try to do stuff tonight that isn't loud so that she can rest. All right. Let's see what else we got here. Typical Monday. Never have bad days, only good days. Sweet. Worked on to Steve Good's small scroll rose box with fretwork on the scroll saw. Sweet. And been going since 10 to 3:30 this afternoon. The milestone. Doing great. Awesome. Where'd you go, Lawrence? Fighting sinus infection. Oh man, that's no fun. I prefer not to have to deal with infection. So that's just me though. So all right. So let me get you zoomed in here on the staining of the stuff. So I'll put this off to the side for the moment. I'm going to get out some painting stands so that I can easily get stuff how it's supposed to be. And I'll put on some gloves. These gloves are a bit thicker than I should have gotten. They were on special at Harbor Freight a while back, and my brother had talked about how much he liked them. I think they're, what's it, the 10 mil? Let's see. Can't see the size because of the way I positioned the box. So, yeah, I'm not sure what size they are, but they're pretty thick, and so he really likes them for working on cars, which I don't really do much of, thankfully. But anyway, so all right, my professional stir stick, and this is an oil base penetrating oil stain. All right. And just a cotton cloth from an old cotton t-shirt. Okay, and you know what? I think I'm going to get out my stands next. Ah, all right. I'm hoping that I got that tape close enough to the edge that it's not going to be leaving residue on the plexiglass. I also hope that I can get that tape off the plexiglass without scuffing it up too much. All right. What do you guys think so far? I'm going to put a few stands back here. And I think that's all right. Okay. So now I'm going to take the partitions out. And I'm going to start on the bottom, flip it over onto the stands, and hopefully this will work how I'm envisioning. Guess we'll find out. And I just have some parchment paper down on the cardboard that I have over the top of the router table here as my workstation. Trying to make sure that I don't have any stain leaking through to the actual router table. Now, off camera, I did some work on filling in some of the holes and cracks and stuff. Might be somewhat obvious. But like in these corners, they were didn't quite fit the bottom of the box to the sides how I initially anticipated, because I forgot that I resawed the base so that it's basically half the thickness of the sides. And so then when I did my miter, I cut the miters thinking that they would be the same width, and they were not. So that was fun, having to try to figure out how to make that work. So making it work, but I had to do some filler with some sawdust and glue and stuff. So, all right, that I'm going to do a little bit more stain here. And I'm pretty much going to let this stain soak in all the way without wiping it off. So it's nice and dark. All right. Now, let's do the interior. I don't really do a lot of staining, as it might be obvious to all of you watching. I generally prefer to just leave the natural wood color, and then it'll usually darken up a bit with the with whatever finish I'm using, like a polyurethane or shellac or lacquer. Those are what I've typically used in the past. Wax I've done a little bit. Um, uh, right. So the big issue I'm having right now is trying to get as much stain into the little edges as I can because of that issue that I told you about earlier with my miter cuts being miscalculated. So I tried chiseling off as much of the excess glue as I could, and just trying to get the stain to actually get the wood to actually accept the stain. Which, if I've got too much glue, might not. But the corners and edges is where I'm most concerned about that. And I'm not sure that this cloth is going to get me into the little dados here. It's looking like it's not going to let me do that, but I might need to find like a little foam brush or something that I can use to get in there. Now the other possibility is just ignoring the dados, not worrying about getting in there, because these slats are going to be positioned in there most of the time anyway. But if he decides that he wants to remove some slats, I don't want an unstained surface to become very noticeable. So, oh, you know what? I can just use the little Harbor Freight acid brush, whatever they're called here. I should be able to get in there. Yep. Just started thinking of what paintbrushes I have. Like, oh, I don't know if I've got any smallish ones, but I'm like, wait a second, I've got some really small brushes. This will also be nice because it'll make it really easy to brush into those edges and corners. Just make sure I'm getting really good coverage. All right, so I feel like I'm getting really good coverage in there, but I think I might have left a little too much glue behind because it doesn't look like I'm getting the coloration necessarily that I was hoping for. But oh well. That over there. And all right. Here's what that looks like at the moment. Let's see if I can get any better coverage in corner here. The glue is just going to prevent me from getting any better than that. All right. What do you guys think so far? Okay. Let's see. Need to catch up on chat here. Holy crap. Let's see. Hey, Johnny, thanks for joining us, man. Norm, thanks for being here. And Mr. Plywood was my dad. Nice. Respectful of your elders. And Plywood and Norm pretty close in age. Plywood is 68, Norm's 66, approaching 67. '69 in May. Holy, stay 2 years older. Yeah, Billy's going to be 67 in June, 67 in August. Oh, I'm an August birthday too, Norm. We have so much in common. Bunch of old dudes. Yeah, you guys have a couple years on me yet. Johnny is the baby. Old dudes. Oh, is Keith in? Did I skip over Keith? Hey, Robert. Thanks for joining us, man. Good. Nice color choice. It wasn't really my choice, Norm. This was my son's choice. So he asked for a watch display case, and I asked him what color. He told me dark. I had him over to watch the game the other night, and after the game, I was like, okay, like how dark do you want it? And so he went around various wooden things in our house and was like, darker than this, darker than that, and then we finally found a piece that he thought was pretty close to what he wanted, and I think this approximates what he was looking for. So yeah, not my choice. I'm just trying to fulfill what my son asked for his watch display case. Let's see, Robert. Geez, 47. Oh, youngin'. So young, Robert. So much life ahead of you. So jealous. Yeah, no, I turned 49 this past year, so that's where I'm at on the continuum. All right. Apologies that I'm not letting you see the work on this side. Probably a little bit easier for me to apply the stain this way. Than it is to have it on camera. All right. All right. So I think that's probably good enough for that. So let me remind myself of which direction I. Okay. So I rounded off the edges of the slats that go inside, but only one side. So these guys need to go facing up. So As I was mentioning before, this is oak. I've repurposed this from some old oak hardwood floorboards. Someone was getting rid of their oak hardwood floors, posted about it on Facebook Marketplace, that they were willing to part with it for free, which was my favorite price. But once I got them home, once I got there and saw what they were, I was a little less excited about it because the pictures that they posted on Facebook Marketplace were actually pretty accurate. You know, kind of showed the whole gamut of what I was going to have to do, but I guess I just wasn't very observant when I was looking at Marketplace that day. So I thought they would be in a lot better shape than they actually were. So lots of nails that I had to remove. Lots of work to do. Once I got the nails removed, then I was able to plane them down. And used a jointer jig for my table saw. And got them cleaned up pretty well. So I did most all of that on live videos. So if you want to check and see how I did it all, it's in the archives. Also, I'm not sure exactly how it shows up because this is the first time that I've done it, but for those of you that were watching my live the other night, I wore a shirt that my wife basically designed and ordered for me for my birthday. That is some Pelado Creations merch. So if anyone's interested in repping Pelado Creations in your day-to-day life, there should be some links somewhere, like in the video description or something, for some merchandise. So we got some shirts and mugs and workstation mats and hats, bunch of stuff. So if you're aching for some Pelado Creations merchandise, there is some available now. And if you can't see it on the description or whatever of this video, might be able to find it on my YouTube page or something. But if you're interested and you can't find it, let me know and I'll get you a direct link if needed. I'm just that giving. Not going to worry about getting it all the way into place. And so I want to make sure everything kind of dries. All right. I think that's all the staining. I think I'll just do the one coat. Ooh, put it on kind of heavy, not wiping it off, so hoping that'll be enough. Actually, I guess I should have put things away before taking off the gloves, but I guess it's better for me to put on some clean gloves for some of this so that I don't dirty things up. All right. Okay. And put some of this stuff away. Clear some room. What do you guys think? How does it look? Is it going to be all right? Or should I sand it off and start over? Oh, looks like I might need to touch up a little bit on a couple spots there. I wonder if that's just because of glue that that over there. And then I'll grab some more stands. Oh, I guess I could have just used these ones that were already out, huh? Oh well. All right. And put a glove on. I'll move this guy over here. This definitely seems darker to me than the lid. That might just be because the lid's had longer to dry. Hard to know for sure. And then all right. Let me give you all a little look around the workpiece here. Huh. Need to adjust this tripod so that I've got a little bit more room to work with here. All right. Without getting stuck on everything behind me. There we go. All right. So now that you've had a look at current status of the display case, let me know what you think. All right. Okay. Hurry, you might catch us, Robert. Yep. Needs to hurry. Still wet behind the ears. Yep. Already going fast enough. Gets faster. Yep. The older you get, the faster time flies. Yeah. Plyo, tell us about your shop. Not yet set up. What are you waiting on? What are you gonna make? Like some small things, pallet wood, fence boards. Cool. Take some of my most recent work on my YouTube too. Oh, sweet. Let's see, just as posts on your page, Robert. Insulate and wire before moving anything else in. Okay. I recognize a YouTuber because he wore a Creation Dust 777 shirt. Sweet. Get it all packed up. Be harder to accomplish and easier to say, we'll do it later. Oak is sure pretty wood. Yeah. And I've got some of the oak that I tried planing this stuff, but it ended up being planed just fine on this side, but I was trying to plane all of the oak wood to the same thickness, and so this ended up being not working out. So here's kind of what it looked like. This is much nicer than what it looked like originally. Actually, let me find. I've got a few little off-cut tiny pieces left, I think, that are a little bit more representative of what it looked like when I started here. Let me see if I can grab some of those. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, so this is a little bit more representative. So it had the finish, whatever finish they put on it, poly or whatever. Then you can see the edges were pretty nasty. And then, a bunch of nails that were removed, the hanging groove. And there's another similar piece. So this is what all of it mostly looked like. So removed all the nails, planed off the old finish, planed the opposite sides, used the jointing jig to get a nice clean edge on one side, and then ripped the other side. And so after all of that, I came up with these boards. And so I've got a bunch more here in the corner. But, oh, looks like my phone is ringing. Might be the, yeah, that's the missus probably telling me to, probably telling me it's time to end and have some family prayer and stuff. Send the girls to bed. But anyway, this is what the oak boards looked like after all of that milling work. And now here's what it looks like after being formed into a watch display case and stained. So, all right, let me know if you have any questions, concerns, jokes. Go ahead and check out the merch page. If you want to buy any Pelado Creations merchandise. Yeah, little Bigfoot ice cube tray, yep. Let's see, plywood got a lot of oak in his last plywood load. And how big a glass you're using. Yeah. Doctor said I could have one drink a day, so my glass is pretty large. Nice box. Oh, yeah, post, awesome. Front row, Scooby. Missed my bedtime. Uh-oh. Hopefully you won't get in too much trouble, plywood. And pretty rough shape. Usually is when you tear it out. Torn out many wood floors. Yeah. Sweet. Ah, plywood. Member for 4 months. Awesome. Good night, everybody, says plywood. And Norm also says good night to plywood. And I say good night to everyone as well. And thanks for joining me for this staining adventure. Hopefully I'll be able to move on to the next step of applying a finish soon. And I also need to find some hinges. I was going to use barrel hinges, but that's not going to work how I wanted. So it's is it time to come in for scriptures and prayer? Okay, I'm going to end the live stream here pretty soon. But just recapping, you like it? Yes? You like the dark better, or you prefer the old natural oak? Like the dark better? Okay. Okay, good to know. All right, daughter has another vote for the dark. So, all right. Thanks everyone for joining me, and we'll see you all next time.